All right, so I'm here with Paulina. Paulina, how old are you?
Yeah, do I have to say my age?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Um,
Over 40.
you're
40,
over 40.
40
Okay.
plus.
Are you
Oh.
from? Are you originally from Arizona?
Yes, born and raised.
What part of
Born and
AZ?
raised. I was born and raised in Surprise, actually. And then when I was about 10, I moved to West Phoenix. Yeah, I was about 10. Like West Phoenix, like 71st Ave around there. Yeah.
And how was
And
your
then it was,
childhood growing up?
oh, my childhood was good. It was really good. My dad, pastor. He was a pastor of 3 churches throughout Phoenix and Surprise. He was very well known pastor.
Yeah.
Traveled a lot, but he had 3 churches, and yeah, and Surprise at his church there. The mayor, the police chief went to that church. They attended the church there, so he was very well known, even more there. So, but yeah, it was really good growing up.
You had both mom and dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There, yes. And then when I moved to West Phoenix, then they divorced and then went their own ways. And I think I was like 15 at that point. Yeah. Yeah, I was around there.
How were you in school?
I was okay. I mean, I had little problems, but for the most part, it was pretty good. I mean, I graduated from Trevor Brown. That's a hard school to graduate from.
Yeah.
Really hard. But yeah, I ended up graduating from there, and then I did 2 years of college, nursing college. So.
Did you?
Mhm.
What did you study?
Yes, nursing. Went for nursing school. And then I got pregnant when I was 21. Yeah. And then kept in school, stayed in school, did a couple of things. I did massage therapist, just to continue my nursing degree. Yeah.
And what's your current situation right now? Are you homeless?
No, I rent a room. I do home care. The house that I stay at, I do home care for the person that stays there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Were you homeless at any point?
Oh yeah. I'd say about, how long has it been now? 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I was homeless for about, I'd say almost a year. Yeah.
And how did that happen to you?
Well, I was in a car accident. A drunk driver hit me head on and smashed me into the wall. So then I broke both my knees and my lower back. And at that point, I was in the hospital. And when I left the hospital, I was on 30 milligrams of oxycodone and 30 milligrams of morphine and Demerol as a breakthrough pain med every 4 hours. So, yeah, I was pretty heavily medicated. So I couldn't work or walk for like 6 months. And at that point, I lost a lot. I lost my job, slowly started to lose my house. And yeah, then I started to want, take the meds more and more and more. And of course, the Percocets, that's when all that was starting. They kept me on the 30 milligrams. It was no problem. I just get refills like nothing. It was so easy to go get it. My doctor he was still giving me the morphine and the Demerol. So I was taking 3 different meds. So I was feeling pretty good there. And it was, it was prescribed. So, you think it's not a problem. It's okay because it's prescribed. It's from a doctor. So you don't think that, there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, I got my legs healed, my lower back. I still had a lot of problems, but I still had pain. And of course, I cried to the doctor like I always had pain just so I can get my meds. And then once, so then it came out to where the epidemic was happening, where everybody was like, getting sick from these, what they thought was the oxycodones, but I guess that's when the blues came out.
Yeah.
And then, so the doctor took the pain meds away from everybody. And so I was just like, wow, I can't function without it. And then a friend introduced me to the blues. She was like, here, try this, you'll like this. It'll help you, with your pain. And I said, okay. So I took like a half of one. It was the blues. Took a half of one and I had no pain for like the whole day. And I was like, I want some of those, and my friend was like, yeah, I can get you some more, and that's when I started. Went from there. I was doing just more and more, gradually just I just wanted my pain. I don't want to feel my pain, you know. That's the only way I can function.
Yeah.
So I started to take more and more, and then my friend was like, well, because I took like a blue one time, and then I drank alcohol because I was somewhere, and that was when I almost OD'd. And then my friend was like, well, don't mix it, you know, because, you know, that's how you're going to OD. She goes, but smoke it. Then you'll have a lesser chance of, you know, overdosing and stuff. So then I started smoking it. And then once in a while I would pop them, you know, do both, I guess. And then I started doing that. And then that's it. I was off. I was gone from there.
How long were you messed up on the blues for?
Gosh, I was on there for like almost a year and a half, going maybe almost 2 years, I'd say. Yeah.
And you've been clean for a year now, right?
Yeah. I had a couple of relapses, but, you know, I just, yeah, it's just one of those things where you think about it and it's like, you don't want to go back to that, you know? Yeah. You just, the smell of it now just like makes me sick, and it's just like, I mean, it's just, but I know what everybody's going through, you know, it's hard. I don't know if it's harder to go through actual withdrawals and, you know, get off it or stay off of it, you know? That's the hard, I think it's just hard all around.
It's hard to cut you off, but how did you finally manage to get off of them?
My kids, I guess it was, for me, it was that support, you know, you really need that, because when I was out there in the street, my daughter would go looking for me, you know, Mom, where are you? What are you doing? And she was just, you know, pick at me, and I would leave her house, I could go do, you know, but she would always find me, and she would go looking for me literally in the street, you know. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do that to my daughter, you know, that's not right. And then my son also, he would be like, Mom, where are you at? You know, what are you doing? And, you know, they were both just always looking for me, and, you know, and I thought, I can't do that to them, you know, I can't be that kind of mom to them. I never was. And then my son, you know, finally told me, he's like, Mom, you know, my daughter too, they were both like, you know, we need you, Mom, you know, we need you to be here, we miss our mom. And that's what really broke me, you know, when my kids told me that. And I was like, I gotta do something. I can't do this. And
so there
that's
was
what
no
opened up my eyes.
Professional help at all? You didn't go to a detox or any program like that?
No, not for that. I was in detox for suicide attempts twice, and then yeah. But as far as that, I just like weaned myself. Honestly, I smoked pot. I know that sounds crazy, but it got me to not want the pills anymore. I kept myself busy. A lot of prayer. Kept myself away from everybody. Just you have to just seclude yourself, you know. And for me, it was just being with my family and being around positive people. Yeah, you know, getting away from it and staying away from it is probably the hardest. Like I said, working at all that was the hardest for me. Yeah.
So you told me you were working, huh?
Yeah, I do the home care.
Yeah.
And then I was selling items online, you know, just clothes, stuff like that. And massaging. I went to school for that before, so I decided to just like, you know, reuse that. So, yeah.
When you were on your like blues binge, did you ever get busted for it?
No, thank God I didn't. No.
Have you ever been to the jail?
I did. I was there last year, but it was because I was at my friend's house, and they ended up going to bust people that were there. So they took us all in because they didn't know who was who, and they didn't, you know what I mean? Everybody was lying, and so they took us all in. And unfortunately, I didn't get a case. You know, they let me go. The judge just, you know, it was he was just like, you know, you shouldn't have been there, and you know, so just go. So I got lucky. I didn't have anything charged on me, so yeah.
All right, well, Pauline, thank you for sharing your story with us, and are you okay with me using this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Just in case my subscribers want to reach out to you, do you have any social media where they could reach out to you?
The only thing I have is Facebook still.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on my Instagram again, so getting that back up. I just, like, for a while, I got out just off of all that, you know, just kind of one of those things about getting better, you know, to get away from everything, even social media. So, but yeah, so I want to work on getting my Instagram back up too. So.
Okay. So I'll get your Facebook and I'll link it on the bottom.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.